Let's le bon temps brûlé. Well, hey, everyone. Welcome back to OT Graps. We are here. I am here, and I am not deadly sick. Welcome back, everyone. We hope you're doing well. Trevor, my good
Dude,
man. How are
how are you,
you?
sir?
Oh, I'm doing terrible. But how are you?
Same, but I'm here.
Yeah. God bless it. God bless it. We are both here.
Mhm.
We're both alive. We're both well. Uh, Technical difficulties, as always, brought to you by my technology. But hey, it's also I didn't make the technology, I just use it.
I just
Um,
do it.
Trevor,
Yes,
how you
sir.
doing, man? How has the past week been? How was oh dear, he froze on us. That's not a good sign.
Oh,
Oh, he's
I can't.
back now. Trevor,
There you go. I couldn't hear a
how's
thing.
the past week been treating you, other than the technical difficulties?
Uh, I'm I'm okay. Busy stuff. Since I started doing more, we started like branching out and doing more of combat sports and everything. It's been kind of busy.
Ooh, you need more combat. Well, you we were just talking off the air to start the show
Yeah.
about Dillashaw retiring, which I didn't know about.
Yeah, it kind of hit everybody surprised. He popped in like this morning actually, from what the reports say. ESPN Sports said that he announced it, but they weren't sure. And then like as the day went on, I believe uh, DC, Danny Cormier, and a couple others said something to him. Gainty as well was
Hmm.
talking, mentioned it, and like the final word came from TJ himself.
That's crazy, man.
Yeah, so he's retired.
Crazy. That was like my favorite fighter to play as in UFC. So I know I gotta
Yeah,
find a different
I love
guy.
TJ.
Although
TJ
him and Bruce
had
Lee,
an
Bruce Lee used to
attitude.
kill it. Bruce Lee,
Bruce Lee was fun.
they just randomly put Bruce Lee in that game. I was like, oh, chill.
I forgot you could play with Bruce Lee on that game. That game was so much fun.
Hmm.
It
There was
was
like we did a matchup where it was like Bruce Lee versus Conor McGregor, and
oh
Bruce Lee was just whooping ass. It was great.
yeah. Actually, you mentioned Connor. Oh boy.
Oh dear, you got a Conor update you want to share with us too?
Sure, why not? Um, for those of you who don't know, Dustin Poirier, like we were talking offline, I didn't tell you this part though. Dustin Poirier was admitted in a hospital the 2nd of December. He's doing okay. I mean, his diagnosis did get a little worse, being so it's a staph infection that it didn't catch in time. Um, so they're working on it now. He's doing okay. But Conor McGregor sends his well wishes. And the response from Poirier was pretty much because people that don't know, Conor is filming Roadhouse, and he's on the Roadhouse.
Roadhouse.
So he goes, "Oh, so you took a break from Roadhouse to respond?" And Connor pretty much said, "When I come back, I'm look for ass kicking. I'm ready to do it again." And of course, the icing on this wonderful cake was Nate Diaz saying, "I'll knock you both out. Shut up." So
Hey man, hey man. Look. So okay, I'm gonna ignore the Nate Diaz thing because he's just like God bless him. He could beat me up, but compared to those
I
two,
love Nate
he's
Diaz,
kind
but
of butt.
Nate's been trying to get another piece of Connor for a while, and a
Yeah,
piece of
try to get
48 as
another
well.
piece, yeah, and he'll catch that 2 piece extra crispy from Connor. Like he could try to get himself a piece. He'll get the 2 piece extra crispy. No sauce on the side. Um, but as far as like my only comment as far as Conor McGregor trying to get another shot at Dustin Poirier is great. Break a leg.
I mean, he already has.
There we go. The joke comes full circle.
And you know what's sad though? Like, not taking anything away, because I know how you feel about Connor, and I mean, Connor is a piece of shit. I think he's a great fighter, but like the first fight between them, just not conditioned enough, right? That layoff took a lot of him. That 2 year off took a lot out of him, and you can see he wasn't conditioned enough, right? But like It wasn't that he was losing terribly. In the scorecards, he was very close. But he got hit with the combo, and he couldn't protect himself, and he went down. And it happens. The second fight was just so off. Like, oh. Like, I mean, you thought good things, and then like karma reared his ugly head, and Connor, you're a bitch, and just broke his ankle. And it was so disappointing. I want to see more of it.
Look, the best part about that whole thing though had to be Conor McGregor. Like just broken leg on the ground, getting interviewed by Joe Rogan and cutting a promo on
Right.
Dustin Poirier. Like that was still the best thing ever.
Dude,
I don't like Connor as the person, but like, oh my god, like he can speak and he's captivating. Like
He is
take
very
my
much.
money. like
Like I said, as a person, he's kind of a shitbag, but he is a great fighter, and he's captivating.
Absolutely. You know what else is captivating? Hopefully this show. If you guys agree, be sure to hit that like button, subscribe, hit that notification bell. Trevor, before we get started into our main show, into our
I'm ready.
entrees, I have a little bit of an appetizer for you.
All
You
right,
hungry?
a little bit. What we
A
got?
little
What we got?
bit. All right, let's get into it. My icebreaker for this week, Trevor, is what is your favorite wrestling event that you have ever attended live? Favorite, not
Favorite
the
one.
best, like your favorite one, like that, like it holds a special place in your heart, or you just liked it more than all the rest.
So I've been to a few, right? I mean, both of us have. And most people, I'm pretty sure, are gonna think that it's gonna be an indie event, but actually, it's not. This is. I was about what 12? I had to be 12 or 11, somewhere around there. Anyway,
The year was 1964.
actually, it's probably 1997, but or 98, 96, one or two. Anyway,
Either way, I wasn't born.
no. When were you born? 90 what?
I'll tell you off camera.
Okay. Anyway,
I don't want these people knowing.
don't know what year I was born. Don't trace it. Anyway, so I had a friend in elementary school. We were friends for a very long time, and his uncle, he was originally adopted, and so his family were amazing. Adopted family was amazing to him and his friends and everything, and so his uncle, we nicknamed Fletch. That was his name, Fletch, and I was big wrestling fan. Both of us were, and so like one day Fletch takes me home, and he asked my mom. He said, "Hey, would it be cool for Trevor to go with us?" And I was like, "Yeah, sure. Where are you going?" We're going to Survivor Series. And so Survivor Series, I think it was Survivor Series number 8. I think in the numbers, I think it was number 8.
What was the
The main event was so one of the main attractions was Undertaker got his face broken by King Mabel.
Okay. So that's even before 90. That's like 94.
Is that 94? I thought it was like
93. That might be 93. That's like Mabel. So like that was after Mabel won the King of the Ring, right? And
right. So that was like So
I'm pretty sure you're right. It was 96, I believe.
It was either 95, 96, and that's what I'm thinking.
Or 95. Sorry, 95. That's what I meant. 95.
Yeah, because I was still in elementary school, so yeah. So yeah, about 95, 96 in that area. Yeah, I'm old. Shut up. But yeah, that holds a special place in my heart because it was not only was my first, but it was one of the nicest things. Besides somebody that was obligated to do something for me, that did something for me. It was pretty cool, and it was actually one of the last wrestling events at the old Cap Center.
Really?
Yeah, I was one of the last wrestling events in the old Cap Center, and I remember
that was
Bret
King of the Ring.
But no, it couldn't have been King of the Ring. It had to be Survivor Series.
No,
And the only reason
no. That was King of the Ring when
no,
he
the
broke
reason
his nose.
it
Undertaker's
was when he
nose.
broke. Yeah, when he broke his nose. Yeah,
Undertaker's nose was already broken
broken.
by
Yeah,
Survivor Series.
yeah, it was already broken by Survivor Series, and he came in and he had to fight Mabel. Yeah, you're right. His nose was already broken. You're right.
CC coming in hot saying I was 3 when in '96. Wow.
Mind your business.
These are my damn children.
um, but yeah, that's and like Shawn Michaels had just returned because he was out for a stint and he was on the team with Ahmed Johnson and
God bless Ahmed Johnson.
Pearl River Plug, baby. Yeah, it was a great one. I remember running down to when Bret Hart came up. Out, me and my friends ran down, and I got Bret's glasses, like the little ones he used to put on a kid.
You were the little kid. That was you.
But it was funny because like there was a kid that was right there next to me, and he was younger than me, and so he was like he kind of wanted Bret's glasses, and so I took them off and gave them to him.
Nah, you dumb.
But I
Dumb
had Shawn
child. Michaels
Michaels hat, so I didn't care.
No, you get both. You get both. You get both, and when they divorce, you get to pick a side. Because that divorce did happen in
At that
'97.
point, I was a happy camper, dude. I had Shawn Michaels rhinestone hat. I didn't give a damn.
Yeah, where's that rhinestone hat now?
In a box of stuff that got wet.
Oh, there's a joke in there. There's a joke in there.
Yeah. But yeah, that's my
Anyway,
favorite.
but that's cool. That's cool. You
Yeah.
just got to go to Survivor Series.
And also, it was one of the first Survivor Series I think Goldust was at too, because he was in the building. Yep.
We love Goldust. Yeah, I know. Well, that sounds like hoot and a half, my good friend. A hoot and a half. For me, and this is people are gonna say like,
Wow, you little Mark, you can't think of events that you've been to that you like better.
I'm
Of-
gonna be fully honest with everyone. The event that I have enjoyed the most out of every event I've been to was this past Full Gear, like AEW Full Gear 2022. I got to witness the crowning of MJF. I got to witness the Eddie Kingston just frying in the middle of the ring, cutting an impassioned promo, the return of Soraya, Sting coming within feet of me while he's chasing down Jay Lethal, Jungle Boy Jack Perry becoming Jungle Man, becoming Jack Perry. I got to witness a lot of cool stuff. Got to sit around some cool people and really take in the energy. I enjoyed it.
That's
People
good,
can be
man.
mad about it. Like, sure. It, is it my favorite moment that I've seen live? No. My favorite moment would be Daniel Bryan winning his first ever World Heavyweight Championship at TLC 2011. That is my
Like
favorite
that, yes,
moment that I
that's a
was
good
there
one.
live for. But as a pay-per-view, as an event, it's Full Gear 2022. And y'all want to know something even crazier? Number 2 on that list, Full Gear 20 or 8 All Out 2022. You
Oh
guys
yeah,
want to know something even crazier? You know what number 3 is?
what?
Four Cup stuff 2022.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
the GCW Black Label Pro Show, which was
yeah,
insanely wacky. Yeah. Still, when I think probably my match of the year is Smiley Kylie Ray versus versus Speedball Mike Bailey. No, it's crazy. I look back at this year. I've been to a lot of wrestling
You
shows.
have, good sir, you have.
It's kind of crazy.
I,
Like
I literally haven't been to a like I don't. I think the last show may have been the first All Out AEW. Dynamite.
oh, Dynamite 1. Well,
I think that was the
here's the
first one.
here's the thing. Since Dynamite 1, I hadn't been to one. Like so, like the gap for me was October 2019
Right.
to September 2022.
Okay.
Like so, basically, all the shows that I've been to have been like since All Out.
Right.
Um,
Right.
so the first one I went to since the first Dynamite was Rampage All Out Weekend.
Gotcha.
So I did Rampage, I did the Black Label Pro show right afterwards. I did I went to like the war games, like
Oh,
the
right.
GCW war games for
War
like a
games, yeah,
little bit.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Then I had the dip. And then I went to All Out. And then okay, so that's like how many is that? That's like 3. That's
That's like
4 right
four,
there
yeah.
somehow. That's 4.
You've been
Some of these were
you've been
comedy
at
tickets,
least
people,
5
so don't
or
worry.
6 in the past like 2-3 months.
Yeah, like so
Yeah,
there's 4 right there. I went to AEW when they were here for in Baltimore.
right.
I went to what else did I went to Full Gear, so that's 6, and I went to New Japan Strong
That's right.
Rumble
You
on
did say
44th
you did
Street.
that. Yeah, you did go there. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, and that was like random. I didn't even know it was happening. I was in New York for work, and someone was like, "Hey, there's this thing happening.
You want
You
to
want to
go?
come?" And I was like, "Oh, New Japan?" And I was like, "I get to see Okada." Wait, wait,
I
wait.
think the
Wait, I
last.
was like, "Hold up, time out." I could see Minoru Suzuki, Okada, Eddie Kingston, Wheeler Yuta, the
That show was stacked, though. I was looking at the card. That
and
show
there were
was
like
stacked.
200 people there.
Actually, the last indie show I went to probably was CZW.
That was
I
probably the
think
last CZW show ever, too.
it may have been because I haven't been. And like, I went to ROH too, but I was trying to remember which one was first. It's been a while. It's been quite a
Mhm.
while.
It's been a while.
Actually, I was supposed to go to see my boy Jose wrestle at
No way.
MCW. Jose,
No way.
at
Jose. No way.
wait,
Jose.
Jose in Joppa, Maryland,
Mm.
over the weekend, but I I missed it or whatever. We miscommunicated. But yeah, when I go to a MCW, you wanna follow with?
Yeah, sure. Sure.
Yeah.
I'll come through and I shall tell those MCW marks how to properly cheer.
They're terrible about cheering.
Man, yo, I was getting there were some fans getting really mad at me online because like so the World Cup more so than anything has kind of like taught me how like terrible like American fans are in general at chanting.
Yeah, awful.
Like we run at like bro, like especially I was at the whenever I'm like at a wrestling show now, it's just like let's go Moxley. And then they just like they
It
like
is
3
stop.
times they say that 3 times and they get tired and they
Yeah, it
stop.
is tired of it.
But like if you go to like England, if you go anywhere overseas, it's crazy. It's like hours. They
Yeah.
will ride their voice like to the grave. Like it is crazy.
When I used to work at Capital One and I used to work the hockey events, the Canadians that came in, dude, they would scream until they were hoarse. Like
And they be the only ones screaming because the
the
American
only
fans are
ones.
just
They'd be
like,
like,
"How dare you, sir? How dare you scream?"
let's go Senators. And yeah.
Oh, senators. Oh man. Well, enough
It's,
of that now.
anyway.
Anyway, all that to say, hit that like button, subscribe, and all that jazz. Trevor. So our first official topic of the day, His Lordship William Regal
William Neal.
is leaving All Elite Wrestling. Yes, William Regal, by all reports, is leaving AEW, going back to WWE. Apparently, there was an agreement where if Triple H ever came back into power, where William Regal would be essentially allowed to go back to WWE. People within WWE expect him to take on a quote advanced role. This is according to a Fightful Select report.
Mhm.
They expect him to take on an advanced role with the company and essentially to kind of like be one of Triple H's key guys in as he still sets up his new regime. My first question, because there's a bunch here, Trevor.
There's a
My
bunch of unpack.
There's a
It really
bunch
is.
here. My first question is reaction to the news that William Regal was leaving because we saw that angle they ran on Dynamite
Right.
where MJF punched him in the back of the head. He's bleeding from the mouth and he gets stretchered off. That essentially wrote him off TV.
Right.
Reaction to the news coming out of that it was because he's done with the company.
I mean, it was kind of a good, interesting way of doing it, right? Like it was one of those things where, like, if you could you have done it better? I don't know, because I thought the way they did it was very suspenseful. But the thing is, you're leaving everyone on a cliffhanger at this point, though, too, because like everyone wants to see, what's going to happen, what's the aftermath, right? What's going to happen now, but you can't because he's going to WWE, back to WWE, which I kind of thought so at first. Didn't we talk about this like a couple months ago? Maybe it's a
I
possibility
feel
of
like
going
we
back.
did. I feel like
Yeah, I feel like we
I feel
did.
like we did.
But yeah, I mean, if he can get in a role where he is much needed and will fit well, then more power to him. As long as I love William Regal. Wherever he goes, whatever he does, I wish him the best.
The outside of everything, like I'm gonna miss William Regal in AEW a lot. But
Me
more
too.
than anything, I'm gonna miss him getting on the commentary desk, looking at
Hello,
Excalibur.
masked man.
Oh man in the mask, you look just delicious tonight. I can just eat you up. I'm just like, I love it. I love it.
Ah, Lord William Regal. Whatever you want to call him.
Relationship that I didn't know I needed someone else's like flirtations and relationships in my life, but until I saw
Apparently, I
the
did. Apparently, I did.
yeah, until I saw the way William Regal looked at Excalibur on commentary, like,
Dude, it was the greatest thing ever. Oh, man in the mask.
oh man
you're
in the
you're extra
mask.
you're extra saucy tonight, aren't you?
Oh man in the mask, you extra saucy. I just want to lather you up on my steak. And I'm just like, William Regal.
William, please, please, sir, this is a
You both
family
are
show.
married. This is scandalous. Um, adulterous. But
But I
also,
definitely am gonna
I'm
miss
here
him
for
on
it.
on AEW though. I love the dynamic with him and the Blackpool Combat Club, and that's another question. I'm pretty sure you're gonna that's one of your questions.
Mm, I mean, yeah, like we let's go in that direction because I mean, I'm of the opinion that like they're making the Blackpool Combat Club now more so of an association rather than like a stable
Right,
because
right,
you see like all of them kind of doing different things right now, which I like. None of them are necessarily repping, the Blackpool Combat Club stuff. But
right.
what do you think is the future of the BCC?
Now, even
I said that
before
right. The BCC. I said that right.
there you go.
Yes.
No, even before this whole angle with Regal, uh, quote unquote, screwing Moxley, I was wondering what what was going to happen with the Combat Club because, like you said, you don't see him in matches as much. You don't you used to see like a Blackpool Combat Club trios match, trios tag team, or a tag team match, like at least twice a week, right? But now you don't really see him on TV as much anymore. So I was wondering what was going to happen with that anyway. I mean, I agree with you. I think it's going to be more of an association type thing, and I think maybe they have one more run of of a three man team going into maybe the House of Black or something like that, right? Because honestly, that's where I would love them to take it. House of Black and the Blackpool Combat Club. Oh, I love that. I would absolutely love that. But we'll see. We'll see what happens.
See, I think I want to see that. Like in any formation or any like trios up the Blackpool Combat Club versus the House of Black. Yes, give me. But the House of Black feud that I'm looking forward to the most, I think, is them versus the Elite. Like
I think that's gonna because I think it's gonna remind like your hardcore wrestling fans more so of the feuds back in the day, right? Because it's gonna get ugly. It's gonna get ugly. It's gonna
I
remind you of
really
like the Rock and Roll Express versus like the Road Warriors or the Four Horsemen. It's gonna get ugly.
well, it's gonna get ugly unless Buddy Matthews decides to leave too, because he's been outspoken that his contract is coming up in a few months,
I thought
and
they fixed that because he did talk about that not too long ago. But I thought they.
he's been talking about how he wants to go to Impact Wrestling. He wants to wrestle in ROH.
I mean, hey. I mean, he would be wrestling the ROH if he stays.
Rhea Ripley. Look, I'm just saying. Look,
Hey,
okay. I just want to say this in the timeline where he does go back to WWE. I don't care at what we do with it. I want him in the Judgment Day
right.
just for that tension. Like there is so much the weird triangle with him, Dominic, and Rhea Ripley is
Yeah.
something I
So
need to
you
see
know that
play
they're
out.
together in real life.
Because there's so many elements to this. Because like Rhea is Dom's mommy, right? We already know this. It's been
Right.
established.
Right.
But on top of that, right, Rhea's also like going out with
With
in real life, she's going out with Buddy Matthews, Buddy
nothing.
Murphy.
Yeah.
But on TV, Buddy Matthews was also the on-screen boyfriend of Dominic
Dominic's
Mysterio's
sister.
sister. So I'm like, I don't care what we do with this.
Let's just
Please
do that.
let's
Let's find a
mess
way to do
play
that.
out and like, because like here's the thing, people get mad at me because they're like, "Oh, you don't like, why don't you like sports or any call sports entertainment?" Blah 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 blah. People get it wrong. I love sports entertainment when
Absolutely.
it's at its wackiest and sometimes like so dumb. Like you remember the Vince McMahon egg thing
Oh yeah, I
after Survivor
remember.
Series
I
last year?
remember.
Do you remember
We
how
loved that.
excited I
He was
was?
so excited. Oh, he was so excited.
I was so excited. Because I was like thinking, I'm
You
like,
actually had a live show on. It was the first time you watched Raw in a long time, just because of this egg.
I was so mad. I was so mad. I was this egg. I
actually felt bad for you. I really
I
did.
don't know what clicked in my mind. All I saw was Vince McMahon coming out of a limo with Cleopatra's egg. We find out that the egg was stolen. This $100 million Cleopatra egg was stolen. And here I am thinking, my wrestling brain is like, this is like gonna be the greatest thing in ever. Like, I don't know why. Because sometimes here's the thing. Sometimes in wrestling, things are so dumb that they go like full circle and like they're amazing. Like, I thought this was going to be one of those moments. It was not, because we got out of all of this, we got the worst outcome. We got Austin Theory. So I mean,
it was absolutely ridiculous. Absolutely
ridiculous. But going back to the topic at hand, William Regal, Blackpool Combat Club. I think it's good for the association to still be there, for the Blackpool Combat Club to still be like a thing, but more loosely a thing, because it's outgrown like the stable thing anyway.
right.
I want to see Brian have his individual matches. I want to see Mox and Hangman Adam Page just beat the ever living crap out of each other, which they
It's
did.
gonna happen.
I want to see Wheeler Yuta versus Daniel Garcia again. Like
Yeah,
Final Battle is going to be a great pay-per-view, by the way. Oh, bless you,
bless me.
good sir.
Sorry about that.
Anyway, but last question on this Regal, or one of my last questions on this Regal thing, because it is a big thing. What are your
Sneezy. Sorry.
what was your reaction to the news that there was an agreement with AEW that if Triple H ever came back into power, Regal could go back to the company? Because remember, when he signed in early 2022, Vince was still in power. Triple H was on the outside looking in, like they had just pushed him out and fired all of his people. So very different landscape than just a few months later. So reaction.
That's really weird. I mean, I find it interesting. Weird and interesting at the same time. Like, I never thought like Vince would do something like that. You know what I mean? Like most of his stars are like, you're going to be on my contract or blah blah blah. Because wasn't it Daniel Bryan that was trying to get like them to loosen the purse the purse strings on his contract so he could like travel to other promotions? Or was it who was it? Was it him or I know there was one star that tried to negotiate his contract where he could actually compete in like New Japan and things like that. I forget who it was now, but anyway,
it was Brian. It was
Brian. Okay, cool. And but yeah, so like it's just interesting to see that they actually allowed that to happen. because technically he's still under contract. He's just like
Regal. So Regal's done with AEW.
no, but he was still on contract with with WWE at the time he was with AEW, right?
Regal, no.
Oh, so he was completely released.
Regal got released from WWE.
Okay.
Then he signed with AEW, and now AEW's like let him out of his deal, and
so
he's going back
it's
to WWE.
AEW that's doing. Okay, cool.
Messy.
Yeah.
Not
I
the
get
football
okay.
player.
Yeah, but like, I mean, but AEW does that though. Don't they let their stars go back and forth to different?
Not to WWE.
Well, not WWE. They haven't
Tony
done
Khan
it
is
WWE yet. Anyway.
he's been stricter about smaller indies. Like Tony Khan doesn't want his guys working GCW anymore.
Oh well, we know why. We know why.
Tony Khan was like I just like imagine a world where Tony Khan is like John Moxley goes up to him in like 2020. He's like, "Hey, so you mind if I work at GCW with my friend Nick?" And Tony's just like, "Oh yeah." And never heard of GCW in his life.
Never
Like,
heard of Nick.
Sure.
Nick Gage.
Sure, yeah, okay, sure. And then like he's sitting down like now, and he's watching that Dark Side of the Ring episode. He's like, "Oh my god!"
And then actually Nick Gage actually wrestled in AEW. Oh man,
I just love Nick Gage's entire promo. Just like I'm gonna do this.
so was this with a pizza cutter over and over again.
Would you let Nick Gage do that if you were a pro wrestler? To you, would you trust him?
Well, now here's the thing. Like
you're like, look, this might sound stupid, but yes.
No, I mean, so here's the thing. Would you trust someone who's done this thousands of times? Or would you let some newbie like or would you let Goldberg jackhammer you?
Okay, this is a great
Nick Gage's.
This is a great segue into a new game I want to play with you, Trevor. Would you rather Trevor,
okay.
would you rather let New Jack in 1999 give you color?
Okay.
Or let Goldberg 5 years from now give you a jackhammer?
How much color are we talking?
This is like peak 1999.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
This is an ECW event. You're getting color.
Yeah, this is coked up New Jack. Okay.
You said it on me.
Sorry. Sheesh. You know what? I'm gonna have to go with New Jack only because Goldberg almost killed Undertaker, and he's not getting better at that move. Unfortunately,
no, he's not.
I mean, give me some stitches, I'll be all right. But like,
okay. Another quick one. By the way, guys, if you're just joining us, be sure to hit that like button if you haven't already done so. Another quick one. Would you rather let the Bushwhackers lick your face, or let Rikishi give you a stink face?
I think that's an easy one.
I need reasoning why.
You know what's seriously funny before I answer this? Me and my buddy actually had this same discussion like maybe a month ago. Like we were talking about Rikishi, and he's like, "Would you ever let Rikishi give you a stink face?" And I'm like, I don't. It's only a little bit of cloth there. I'm gonna be honest. Probably let the Bushwhackers lick my face.
I'm not gonna lie. This is not an easy decision for me.
It's not because have you seen those teeth?
This is no disrespect to the Bushwhackers, by the way. Hall of Famers, great tag team.
Absolutely.
One of the best Hall of Fame speeches you will ever listen to was their Hall of Fame.
Guys, if you've never seen it, go check it out. Bushwhackers Hall of Fame speech. Amazing. Yes. Absolutely amazing.
All that being said, I'm not letting them near my face. All that being said, I'm not letting their tongues near me. Like, here's the thing. Rikishi might break my neck, go with the stink face. Rikishi might,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. He might give you a
However,
flower.
the chances of there being fluid, like
True,
transferred here,
true, true.
is much less than if the Bushwhackers licked my face. Give me
I don't know.
Rikishi all day, every day, twice on Sundays.
If his pants were bigger, maybe.
N-
I have a phobia of
bro, I'll be
that.
Rico from 2004. Give me the chapstick, put up. Come on, I'm not letting the Bushwhackers near me.
I will say, I think the reason I'm desensitized to that is uh, when I was in kindergarten, there was a kid who licked my face. So I didn't want him to, but it happened.
I
So,
don't know whether this is desensitizing or like PTSD, but either way, I'm sorry.
no, I totally agree. It's a tough one. It's not an easy question. Not at all.
Oh man, well, you're an easy co-host. That's why I love you.
I love
Uh,
you.
anyway, moving on. Or last thing I want to talk about William Regal. Trevor, where do you think? Okay, actually, this has very little to do with William Regal. This is more to do with just MJF.
Okay.
MJF kind of laid out the gauntlet on Dynamite last week, like the whole bidding war 2024. I'm the champion. He unveiled the new belt, the
Right.
Burberry. What do you call it?
The Big B, is it Big B?
It was like the BBB, the big Burberry belt. There we go.
Yeah,
That's what it was. He laid out the
Triple B,
gauntlet that
Triple
he's
B.
going to be the world champion going into the bidding war of 2024, and yeah, he's like, no one's gonna stop me. What'd you think?
Yo, whenever you think the MJF can't get any better, right? As far as on the mic, he surprises you over and over again. And like the man is talented, super talented. And like I love this whole angle, the bidding war of 2024. He's been doing it for a very long time, and I love it. I absolutely love it. Like I think it's a great gimmick. I think it's it's even more like interesting because it could be a possibility. Like he could go to WWE. He really could.
Mm.
But I don't know if we're talking about that situation. I don't know how much they're willing to pay him.
Oh,
And
they're going everything.
he because the kid is just that good. He is. He definitely is. But will he be that good in WWE?
Yes, Triple H will pay him and give him the freedom that he needs to be
Oh
successful.
yeah.
I fully
with
believe
with
that.
Triple H at the helm and with the other, depending on what Regal does, what Regal has.
Imagine if that goes full circle though in WWE.
Yeah, it
For a
does.
second.
It would. It would because that's the first time Regal saw him, and it'd be great. I don't know if Tony is willing to lose such a cash cow or what. We'll figure out that in 2024. But the gauntlet he set up is amazing, absolutely amazing. And Mr. MJF, I know you're gonna win, but you got a fight on your hands coming from over my boy Ricky Starks. That's gonna be a hell of a match.
I can't wait. Okay, so at the time of this recording, Ricky Starks is slated to be in the Dynamite Diamond Ring Battle Royal tomorrow.
Yeah,
I want him to win.
I do.
Just so
I do too.
just so from now on, his new pose. You know how he does the pose where he does this?
Yeah.
I want him to start do this
With the ring.
Kiss the ring a little bit.
Dude, Ricky Starks has definitely, and it has, and at first, I won't lie, it had something to do with the fact that he was from Louisiana. It did, but it has nothing to do with that now. It has more to do with the fact that, and we talked about this on a show a few months back, maybe a year ago now, about representation, and he as a kid, he would have been my favorite because he looks like me. But he is awesome. He's very talented. I love what the man stands for. I love most of his promos. I love why he's a pro wrestler. Like he's a great talent, and I'm glad they're letting him shine. I really am.
Yo, so am I. And one of the things, like, so I've been to a few AEW shows,
Right.
like I said, over the past number of months. The one thing that stands out to me when I'm there live is how over Ricky Starks is with the live crowd.
Yeah.
Like, people love this guy. Like, one of the best things they did was that segment where Powerhouse Hobbs turned on Ricky Starks because what
Mhm.
that accomplished two things. One, it it like made Powerhouse Hobbs relevant
Yep.
and he's finally getting the singles push that he deserves and he's doing a great job. Like
Yes, definitely is.
I think one of the things like I always like said on this show was like to me the guy who like stands out amongst all these young guys and there's like a lot of great young wrestlers in AEW. The guy who stands out that I think could be money like very soon was Powerhouse Will Hobbs, like big time
You,
money.
you've been saying that for a long time.
Like that's like because
Him
I'm
and
just like
Warlow. Warlow. You've been saying that
yeah,
about Warlow
yeah.
as well.
Well, yeah, Wardlow. It was like I'm like this dude is literally like the second coming of Batista, but he's a much better promo.
Yeah.
Um, and I think like he is like Wardlow's like got that fire in him, like that how Jr. is like kid's got that baby face fire in him, like like we're
Yeah,
tougher
he
than a
did.
$2 steak. Damn kid. I always go whenever I do a JR impersonation. I always go back to what he said to Brian Pillman Jr. Hey kid,
Oh man.
you're gonna get your ass kicked. Way to put over the young talent, JR.
Oh God, poor man.
That being said, I ain't gonna hold y'all. Okay, Troy, I gotta ask you. I'm so sorry with all these asides, but I
Oh,
like asking you these questions because
absolutely.
your reactions are funny. Um, what do you think of AEW's new commentary team, like the Dynamite commentary team?
I
Because
knew
JR
you
still
were gonna,
does Rampage.
I knew you were gonna ask me about that.
Well,
I,
what are
I
your
had a
thoughts on it?
feeling you were gonna ask me about
What are
that.
your thoughts on that? I really want to know.
I don't like Taz. I'm so sorry. I don't like it. Here's the
It's
thing.
always a joke, right?
Right.
Everything's a joke.
My thing with Taz was okay, first off, yes, it's pro wrestling. We get it. We understand. Like it's fake scripted, whatever you want to call it, right? But in being funny is fine. I have no problem with it. I lived with Jerry Ross, Jerry Lawler doing it for years, and fine with it. But when you can crack a joke, but you go to say, "Oh, he's hitting him with the leg drop," like you don't know the move. Like,
Hey yo, did we talk about how Mike Tyson showed up
oh
on
my god!
Rampage? Was calling Shibata's moves.
I was like, wait, Mike, what?
Mike Tyson watches New Japan. Wow.
Yo, did you hear how irritated man with the mask was?
Excalibur. Yo, he was like, it was like hey, you blown up my spot here, Mike.
It's like, this is my job. Shut up.
Mike Tyson blowing up Excalibur's spot was not on my bingo card for 2022.
Dude,
Neither was Shibata versus Orange Cassidy. Not so much Shibata wrestling in general, but
that was a great match. I mean, anyone that knows Shibata's had a lot of
Mike Tyson won't let you forget it too. He's like, wow, Shibata, the great Shibata.
Shibata, such a great match. This is a wonderful match. Like it was.
Orange Cassidy, he's a great fighter. You gotta, like, he's gonna hit him with the orange punch. Shibata. Shigaroshi. I'm like, Tyson just called it Shigaroshi. What is happening?
I'm like, wait a minute. Why am I finding this interesting?
Hey, man.
I never thought I needed to hear Mike Tyson commentate a wrestling match. I never thought I needed to hear that.
The only thing that would have made that better would be if JR, like, okay, back to the Dynamite commentary real quick. Agree with you. Here's the thing. I don't hate Taz.
Right.
I just don't think he should be on. If you're going to have Taz there, I'm fine with you. I think you have to have JR there to kind of weigh him out.
Right.
If that makes sense. Like, and I love Tony Schiavone, but I ain't gonna hold you. He adds very little for me.
Tony Schiavone.
He does a great job backstage, and he doesn't do a bad job. Like, it's not me saying that he does a bad job or Taz does a bad job. No, they all do great job. Like they do good jobs on the commentary. Like it's not like I'm not annoyed to the point where it's like, oh my god, I'm gonna turn this off. Right? It's not Jerry Lawler 2011. It's like I'm just like there's some moments where I'm just like, come on, guys, let it breathe. Like, that's the thing about JR, right? Because, like, make no bones about it, JR had his own problem. Like, old, he would
Right.
sometimes he'd call things the wrong like move or the wrong wrestler, which he's old, right?
Right.
But more often than not, he knew when to let moments breathe.
Sure did. Sure
And
does.
and that's something that like I just for whatever reason, I just feel like there have been like some cool moments. I'm watching like some cool stuff, and then you just hear Taz go like laughing.
Right, like come on, Taz. What do you that and the fact, like, okay, so there are moments where you hear like Shivani, he'll stop talking for a minute to give it some time, right? And same thing with JR. You completely hear Taz all the time.
He never stops talking.
Like, dude, like I get it. Like, and don't get me wrong, like when it comes to certain things, Taz does a great job of it. He does. But and you also mentioned the whole, JR like miscalling the move sometimes. Now, here's my thing. Taz ain't that old. He does it too.
Hey, not
And
when
it-
his son's out there. Not when his son's out.
when his son's out
Those
there, he
A
knows
games
him.
when Hogan got the red rum flame.
I think that's the only one he calls correctly.
Oh my god.
But no, like I
Yeah.
mean, I honestly think it's time. Well, put it like this: not saying anybody is absolutely terrible because they aren't, but I think it's time to update that commentating team though, because it's getting a little stale with Shivani. Even though I love Shivani, don't get me wrong, nostalgic. I mean, I thought his commentating in WCW was kind of stale. Him and Mike Tenay definitely was like, it was like the battle of the nasally people talking. It was terrible. Um, and that's why they needed probably to bring Heat in there to to level that out. But if you could pick a commentary staff for AEW, who would be on it?
Given the people they have right now,
And you can even take some of the people that have like guest commentating
if
too.
it's a 3-man booth, right? Okay, here's the thing. I would still have different commentators for Dynamite and Rampage.
Same.
My whole thing is I still think JR for everything that he adds, because let's be honest, Rampage, it's not like a linear show. It's not like an
No,
important show to watch. Like,
no.
let's not act like it is. For the important show to watch, I think you need you don't have anyone better than JR right now. I'm
Right.
sorry. It's
You
just
know.
the truth. JR, I mean, Excalibur's like the best. So like, he's beyond everything, right? Excalibur, JR, and this might be controversial or whatever, but it would put Paul White.
He's actually not bad. I actually kind of like him on Dark. He's not bad.
I would put Paul White in there. Like, I think that is a good. Like, here's the thing. It's a really good commentary team because Paul White is like one. He's been doing it on Dark for like over
Right.
a year now, right? Number two, this like you got JR, you have his understanding of like the moment and like
Mhm.
and just I'm sorry. When JR calls something, it's even what he is today, right? It feels big. It
It
still
does.
feels
It
big.
does.
He gives it that credibility that you just can't like you just can't make. You just can't make. And the Excalibur's like A1 at his job. Change nothing about what he's doing, right? There's just like I just think they need to shake that up one more time. I either that
Now,
or they got to make Rampage like they got to
like
make Rampage something like they got to
something,
make it
yeah.
like watchable. Not even
Well,
watchable because it's not a bad show. It's just
it's not
like
a bad show. It's just
yeah, you
like
can miss it. They've got to make it unmissable.
yeah, yeah. Like I mean, it's an hour-long show. Like I mean, they put what they can on it, whatever. But
Oh,
like,
Rampage, we're gonna have 18 matches. Like, I'm like,
it's-
what? Excalibur's like running through these cards. I'm like, bro, wait, there's like 6 matches on this
sir, what are
one-hour-long
you
show.
doing?
Tony, and then we're gonna hear from the Acclaimed in a 15-minute promo, and I'm like, 15 minutes? This is gonna be dedicated to a promo?
Exactly. The show's over.
How do you fit so much in so little?
but but like I will say this, and we can move on to the
Oh
next
wait,
thing.
what's your team though too?
Yeah, that's what because honestly, here's my thing. I was thinking, and that's what I was hoping. Like Renee Paquette was going to get on commentating. Like I like her commentating actually. I know a lot of people are indifferent about her on the commentating desk, but I actually like her opinion. I like listen to her call matches. Now honestly, her Jr. And Excalibur to me not a bad team. Honestly, you could add her on the Dynamite staff that they have now, and she's still making better than Taz is. But again, you'll have someone. Now, one thing about Renee is she does, but she's learned over the time. She does now. She will like do a little bit of what Taz does, but like I used to love her and Corey Graves back and forth. I thought her you need someone for her to argue with, right? Like maybe not argue, but someone for her to like kind of disagree with because it makes it a little more interesting.
I think Renee did a really good job back in like 2014 when she did NXT. I think she would do good on AEW as a commentator, but I also like think she's best used like as what she like as like this generation's Mean Gene Okerlund, which is
Well,
exactly
yeah,
what she is. Like
absolutely, totally.
the the level like the how good the backstage interviews and things have gotten in AEW since she's joined, it's like night and day. Like they've
Oh yeah,
gotten
absolutely.
so much better with her at the helm, like because she adds that credibility and because she's actually good at it. If you guys listen to her podcast, she's like
She's amazing. She really is.
insanely like easy to talk to and a great interviewer. Like there's a reason why ESPN wanted her. There's a reason why all
Yeah.
these different networks
She's
wanted
really
her.
good and very knowledgeable about sports, not just wrestling or anything. She's very knowledgeable.
And she's just like an easy person to talk to, which is like her biggest job as an interviewer, just be an
Oh
easy
yeah,
person to talk to.
absolutely. And she's a
Um,
huge Cincinnati fan, so she Browns. So
no,
she.
she's a Mox fan, and Mox is a
Well, yeah, true.
Cincinnati fan.
Yeah, true. So she
Anyway, um, anyway, guys, hit that like button if you haven't already done so. Subscribe, all that jazz. Moving on, Trevor. As we enter, just we got time to go over this stuff. Trevor, before we get to Sasha Banks, though. I want to get your thoughts on this damn Iron Survivor Challenge. WWE NXT Deadline coming up this Saturday night, live on Peacock. All right, Trevor. So they have these. Okay, this is a word I genuinely struggle saying.
Which word?
Iron.
Iron.
Arn. The Arn Survivor Challenge. The Arn
Trust
Anderson.
me, I have problems saying this. Do you know another one that I say terribly? My mom
What?
used to laugh all the time. So the word is actually oil. That actually
Whoa.
hurt.
And you say,
I
oh.
say Earl.
I got this Earl on my shirt.
uh, terrible.
All right. Anyway, so Trevor, I want to get your thoughts on this Earl Survivor Challenge. So the Iron Survivor Challenge, there's I don't know how to explain this. There's going to be 2 matches, 1 men's, 1 women's. Both of them are Iron Survivor Challenges, a new match type that WWE's come up with. Basically, winners of these matches are going to get a championship match for both the NXT and NXT Men's, NXT Women's World Championship. In the men's match, we have Carmelo Hayes versus JD McDonough versus Grayson Waller versus Joe Gacy versus a wild card winner to be determined tonight. On the women's side, you have Zoe Stark versus Cora Jade versus my girl Roxanne Perez versus Kiana James versus a wild card winner to be determined tonight. The rules.
Nikita Lyons.
Sorry, what?
Probably Nikita Lyons.
That would be a good. Although I think she's doing stuff on the main roster, if I'm not mistaken.
That's right. She might be. Yeah.
Anyway, let me read out these rules, Trevor, and just get your reaction. 2 superstars start the match. Okay, so 2 superstars start. Every 5 minutes, another superstar enters until all 5 are in. The goal had the most falls by the end of 25 minutes? Okay. Now there's points. 1 point if you win a fall. If you lose, meaning I guess assume if you get pinned, you go into a penalty box for 90 seconds.
What is this?
They have
Hockey?
penalty boxes at ringside. The person with the most falls when the 25-minute is or over wins and becomes the new number 1 contender.
That's a lot. That's a lot.
Here's the thing: if it was like, for me personally, if you got rid of the penalty box, this wouldn't be that bad.
Right, because like it really just reminds me of Elimination Chamber, honestly. Like until you add in the multiple falls.
I like the idea of like the most falls by the end. It's like a multi-man Iron Man match. I like that.
That's all it is. Just a souped up Iron Man match. That's all it is.
But like this penalty box, I'm like, what the hell is
That doesn't make sense. It doesn't make like it's like it's like they're being bad. You're a bad little kid. Go in the
time out, T-Mark. Time out.
Go in time out, damn it.
Time out. You want to know something else, Trevor? You know what this reminds me of?
What?
You remember those old King of the Mountain matches in TNA?
Oh dear God, it does. It does. I forgot all about those.
If this was a ladder match,
right,
this would be King of the Mountain.
what was the premise of the King of the Mountain? It was I know it was a ladder match.
It was like a ladder match, and it was like they had penalty boxes and
that's
things
right.
Like that.
They sure did. Yeah.
It's like it was so stupid.
It was so dumb. It was so dumb.
Don't get me wrong. I'm gonna watch this and like we're gonna see what happens.
Yeah,
but
I'm gonna probably criticize the shit out of it, but I'm gonna watch it. Because it could actually work, right? It could actually be better than what we're giving it. But like the fact that you have penalty boxes, like don't get me wrong. The whole idea about the most falls, like you said, I like that, right? But why have a penalty box?
Could you imagine like Grayson Waller in the penalty box and he has like his little cup and he's like dragging his cup across the bar?
But that's what I'm trying to figure out. What's the point of the penalty box? For you not to get a pin?
I guess to stop you, to put you in timeout so you miss like 90 seconds of the match. So I guess that gives you less time to get a pinfall. But if you just got pinned, right? If you just got pinned.
That just gives you time to recuperate.
That's what I'm saying, because like you're not like you're gonna do anything in 90 seconds.
Right. Like
this is dumb.
Exactly. Dude, when I rewatch this video, I'm actually gonna pinpoint the time where your brain just exploded and you realize like you just
I'm gonna save you some time. 1 hour and 1 minute in. Watch this video. 1 hour and 1 minute in.
Because you literally said it. You repeated it. You're like, if you just got pinned, then you go to penny box.
This is like it's just like this is just like it's not as bad as the egg. Don't get me wrong. Like the egg hurt more, but this did break my brain for a second. I was like,
it broke mine a little bit too.
Oh, WWE's thinking like this is gonna be a revolutionary match.
It's just dumb. It doesn't. Like I said, reading it, looking at the rules, it doesn't make much sense. It really doesn't.
CC in the chat agrees. She says that's a lot, and yo, too much. I agree.
It's too much. I didn't see Ravens Flock. Hope you're still there, buddy. How you doing? Thanks for the vote.
What's up, Ravens Flock?
Compliments. Have you seen Liam lately, or Cincy? I haven't seen any of those guys in a while.
I've seen Cincy on some of the some of my Real Take Sports stuff. By the way, youtube.com/Real Take Sports. Liam, I've seen on I did like a Survivor Series stream, and he was on there for a little bit, but then he I think went to bed. It's late over there in Scotland.
Scotland.
Oi, my name's Groundskeeper Willie. That'll do, Snake.
They're blowing your bagpipes in the Scotland.
I do want to. Have I ever told you about the fact that I want like a Groundskeeper Willie origin story for The Simpsons?
No, but that would be great.
I kind of want that. I want like an origin story for Groundskeeper Willie.
You know what we need to do at the end of this? Like not in this, like for like Christmas. We should do like a bloopers episode.
Look, that would take that would take up the entire week leading up to Christmas, man. That would literally I can just play every episode. Everything's a blooper anyway. It's not like anything ever goes according to plan on this show. Not like we
These
even have a plan
dumbasses.
half the time. Oh man. Last official topic of the day, Trevor. We have an update on Sasha Banks, or should I call her Mercedes Moné?
I don't know.
So we know that Sasha Banks is not taking any wrestling bookings until January of 2023. Recently, in late November, she filed several trademarks that were tied potentially to her wrestling future. The filings were made for the names, quote, Mercedes Moné, Monet Talks, Bank Monet, Statement Maker. Sasha Banks has neither confirmed nor denied any connection between her and these filings, but we know that they were made.
Right.
We know that she has changed her Twitter name to Mercedes Moné. Doesn't look like she's coming back to WWE, because if you looked, if the perfect time to do that was going to be at the TD Garden at Survivor Series.
Yeah, it was. It definitely was.
Doesn't look like she's headed back, Trevor. She's like, and her showing up to the TD Garden at that Boston Celtics game just a few days after Survivor Series. I don't think that was like unintentional. I think she knew exactly what she was doing. She's like, oh, I'm not gonna be
Isn't
there
she
for
from
that.
Boston?
She's a boss from Boston. Trevor, what do you make of these filings? What do you make of all of this? And are we gonna see Sasha Banks wrestle outside of WWE?
I mean, she could be padding her future career in something else too. I mean, you never know. I mean, the odds are we probably will see Sasha Banks wrestle somewhere else. I mean, it's not that far fetched. I don't think. But the question would be where. Would it be? Would she do New Japan bookings? Would she do like ROH bookings? Like she's a talent. She is a talent.
You imagine Kyrie versus like Kyrie Sane versus
Dude,
Mercedes?
The matchups are endless, right? The matchups are absolutely endless. Like she could have so many great matches. Like
Hikaru Shida versus now
that's a good one. Shida versus that's a good one. Jamie Hayter versus Sasha Banks.
Tony Storm versus Sasha Banks.
Like it's a lot. It's a lot to unpack.
So much they could do.
Thunder Rosa. That's another good one. Like you got to. Well wishes to Thunder Rosa too. Hope you come back soon and heal up nice. What the fuck was that?
That's her song, though. That's her song. It's Rosa.
It just sounded like you had a huge belt.
And you know that sounded like nails fucking WWF.
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna get you. Well, now I just sound like Austin. I just sound like I'm gonna get you. Open up a can of whoop ass. Like,
oh hell yeah.
But yes, matches are endless. Continue.
But yeah, I mean, at this point, I'm just as puzzled as you are, honestly, and just patiently waiting to see. But I mean, she can do so much. She can act. I mean, she was in Mandalorian. Like she can act. She can do so much, right? Like it's just what avenue is she gonna go down now?
Hey man, all I'm saying is, you know what? You know where Revolution is?
Where's Revolution?
San Francisco.
San Francisco.
They have some shows at the Cow Palace where Sasha Banks witnessed Eddie Guerrero winning that 2004 WWE title, which she talks about as like a formative moment in her wrestling career.
Yeah, she always says her favorite wrestler was Eddie Guerrero.
And she says like when she was at the Cow Palace when he won that title, and like that was like the day that she like really realized that she wanted to be a pro wrestler. And and like she was like born in like Northern California too. Like
Was
just saying, man. Like
I mean, there's a possibility. There's a possibility.
you want to make a statement. I'm telling you,
That's
you
how
want to make
you,
a
that's how
bank
you do it.
statement. Like there you
That's
go.
exactly how you do it.
Oh well. All right, Trevor. So that's it for our official topics of the day. What are you watching lately? What are you liking in wrestling? What are you not liking? Who you want
Wrestling,
to put over? Who you want to bury? Go for it.
everyone. No, I've been actually, I've been checking out a lot of the territory show on. Oh, wait a minute! I was supposed to do something this weekend. Oh, is it the Vince McMahon documentary on this week tonight?
It, there's a Vince McMahon documentary.
I believe so.
Um,
Let's
wait,
figure
what
it
is
out.
this new Vince McMahon documentary set to appear on Vice TV? Is what? Vice TV documentary, December 13th. Oh, okay, so it's a week from today.
The week for today. Okay, cool.
Oh, you had me. Oh,
But you see what it's about there, right?
the documentary titled "The Nine Lives of Vince McMahon" was originally scheduled for October 13th. Blah 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 blah. Documentary will cover the improper payments made by McMahon to several former female employees, totaling in millions of dollars, to silence allegations of misconduct and harassment. Ooh.
Yep. Yep. Yeah.
That's
Yes,
one
sir.
hell of a way for me to start my winter vacation.
Right. Yeah, dude. It's yeah.
Well,
I mean, have you been watching the territory show they have though on
I watched like the first one, like the little round table thing they did. Like
it's
I
pretty
liked
good.
it. I liked it. I liked it.
Yeah.
I like it's much more like I like how Dark Side of the Ring focuses on the negative, but like the territories is kind of just like it's
The
just
everything
goofy
else,
shit
right?
from the
It's just everything
territories.
else.
Yeah, I
And
loved
they're
it.
trying to bring Dark Side of the Ring back too, by the way.
Oh yeah, they're bringing it back.
Yeah. Oh, they did the final. Okay. Yeah,
They're
because
like
first
starting to film like the next season. Like it's just a different project. Like
right. Yeah, because they said something about they were going to be canceled at one point, and then
well, the thing is they wanted to the director just wanted to do different things, which I totally get. Like you don't just want to focus on the negative stories in pro wrestling, right?
right,
You like I think the territory thing is a good like creative kind of like thing to do in
right,
the
right, right,
meantime.
right. I mean,
Um
you don't. You want to focus on positive things.
that being
Yeah,
said, have you
on
seen some of the oh sorry, go ahead.
another positive thing, I don't know if you've verbally thanked the people, but I'm going to thank the people. Thank you guys for making us, 1,000 views, subscribers? What was it?
Yep, 1000.
1,000 from the bottom of my heart. And I know he said it already. Thank you guys. Like, this is pretty cool. We pretty much got this channel from nothing, right? Just took it from nothing to 1,000 subscribers in less than a year.
Yeah, less than a year.
Less than a year. Like honestly, guys, I know a lot of you don't like me. Uh, no, I know we get on your nerves, but thank you for loving us from afar. We appreciate it.
I want to thank absolutely freaking nobody.
It was all about me. I did this. If it wasn't for me being
It was me,
fantastic,
Austin. It was me all along. Listen, forget it.
if it wasn't for me being so fantastic, this channel would suck. No.
No. Of course, I appreciate you, Trevor.
But no, thanks, guys. Definitely.
Yeah, no, we appreciate you guys. Much more to come. Much more to come.
Absolutely. We got a lot of
Uh,
things planned and a lot of things a brewing.
damn straight. Let's see what else is happening. Yeah, anything.
Out of since you always talk about wrestling, what are you watching outside of wrestling? Like, what are you watching nowadays? As far as like, I know it's a lot of shit to watch, like sports and things. But what are you checking out nowadays?
What am I checking out nowadays? I don't even know. I just like put stuff on in the background.
Same, same.
I've been watching a lot of Succession lately, like that show on HBO, Succession.
Oh, okay, I've heard about that. I haven't got a chance to check it out yet.
kind of mid, honestly. I think it's overrated, but
Yeah,
people apparently like feel some type of way when you say that. So don't say that to people.
don't say that. Don't say that. You know, I've been watching a lot of basketball, which is weird because I don't really like basketball.
Oh, I mean, if that's the case, I've been watching a lot of World Cup.
Yeah, that too. A lot of World Cup as well. I have. I started watching. What was it? Started rewatching some other stuff. I'm getting to the end of The Sopranos because I've rewatched The Sopranos. Getting to the end where it broke my heart. And I watched Wednesday on Netflix, which isn't bad. Um, yeah, I've been watching a lot of horror movies too, and Godzilla movies because, well, I'm a dork. But but yeah, so
Oh my gosh, it's Godzilla. Um,
uh-uh.
oh man. Um, but yeah, a lot of World Cup. You know what I have been watching? Matt Cardona.
I don't think Matt Cardona's been watching himself.
Yeah, I mean he's heading back to WWE apparently.
That's what I hear. Now I'm not
He
sure if
cut a
that's true.
promo. He cut a promo where he said as much.
Oh, really? I didn't
Yeah,
see it, Brahma.
he cut a promo where he said he's basically going back to WWE.
Gotta check that out. Is that on his Instagram?
It's like it's on YouTube. You can find it.
I gotta find it. But I know he's been talking about that huge match, Matt Cardona versus Long Island IC.
We need to get that cinematic match. That
It needs
needs
to happen, dude. It needs to happen.
We need something to make up for Tyrus being the NWA World
And
Champion right
apparently,
now.
Matt Cardona just lost a match in NWA. I think he lost to Trevor Murdoch, actually. Um, yeah. Is he still champion, Tyrus?
It's only been like 2 weeks. Yes, he's still
I
champion.
know, but I hope that was a dream.
No, he's still the world's heavyweight champion, man. Like, I love this like lineage, man. Like Buddy
Call his
Rogers,
mama. Somebody
Buddy
better call his mama.
Rogers, Ric Flair, Dusty Rhodes, Tyrus, the prestige of the NWA World Heavyweight Championship, Luthez.
Luthez, man.
Oh
And
my
now
god.
Tyrus, the great and mighty Tyrus. Oh, dear.
God. You know Chris Candido was NWA champion?
Yeah, I didn't know that actually.
Yeah, so he's the youngest world heavyweight champion.
That I knew too because he was relatively young when he won it. I loved Chris Candido. I actually did. He was a great wrestler.
You know
Piece
who
of shit
didn't?
though.
No,
Who didn't?
I'm not gonna make that joke on live. I'm not gonna make that joke regardless. Anyway, guys, I think that just about does it for us. I got my digs on Matt Cardona in. Trevor got his shtick in.
Yeah.
We got to talk about some wrestling, have some laughs in between.
I think we did a good show this week.
We did a show.
Oh, are we doing anything special for Christmas, sir? Because we did something ridiculous for Christmas last year.
We did a Christmas show, I think.
We did. It was absolutely ridiculous.
I'll probably wear a hat and like have a little tree or something. I don't know.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see something. Yeah.
Ho ho ho.
When are you going to Pakistan?
Why you gotta tell the people my business?
Oh, I thought you said it on. I'm sorry. I thought you said it on.
Why you gotta tell the people my business?
I'm so sorry.
Well, if you must know, I'll tell you later.
Okay.
Guys, until next time.
Stupid as hell.
You guys can follow Trevor on Twitter at TreverTainment. That is Trevor.
Yeah.
You guys can go over to youtube.com/Real Take Sports and subscribe over there. You guys can go follow Real Take Sports on Twitter at Real Take Sports. And until next time, be happy, be healthy,
Be real.
and keep it real.